So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again all the fans, all the racing fans that have joined us in the social media and all the platforms all across the world. It's the Baltic Touring Car Championship Round 3 here in the beautiful Under 24 ring, Estonia. And this is the pole position for the BTC and Baltic GT class race 1 of today, and also joined by the TCR, the touring car. So, Raivo Tam is the pole position at this race, and it's a very fierce battle between the second position right now. It's Vilnis Batrax, the BaTCC senior, with this beautiful Lamborghini Huracan on the target. Let's have a look if we can talk to Raivo for a second. He's all ready and focused. Raivo, first of all, good afternoon to you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, thank you.
So very close battle in the qualification session with Vilnis Batrax. What's it gonna be in the race?
No, let's see. I don't know. This race is long.
All right, 12 laps to cover. Best of luck to you. That's Raivo Tam from Estonia with a very powerful Porsche GT3 Cup car. That's Vilnis Batrax over there. The Flash Racing Mitsubishi, the Lamborghini Huracan, obviously. And he has done a lot of laps yesterday during the 6-hour Baltic Endurance Championship race. So he has some practice done, a lot of laps and good times. Here is another Lambo. This is what we're talking about. A lot of GT cars on the start. So this is probably Egidijus Gudarevičius from Lithuania. Also very beautiful looking car. And let's see what the competition brings. Let's go farther. Let's see the TCR category qualification winner, by the way, is Dirt Krūzmanis. And you might know him. He's just a legend of Latvian circuit racing. So Dirt Krūzmanis, obviously the head and founder and the CEO of the Sports Racing Technologies, now is behind the wheel of the LV Racing brand new Audi TCR car. He's now talking to his team, to his crew, now probably fixing some strategies there. We have 5 TCR cars on the start. It's also very cool to see Ernesto Globita joining the whole gentleman's club this weekend here in the Auto 24 ring. So let's see what the competition brings. It's definitely going to be really exciting to watch, so stay tuned for all the action from the Baltic Touring Car Championship Round 3 here in Parnu, Estonia. Let's get this thing getting rolling.
So cars seems to be all on their grid positions. Safety car will take also its positions in front of all these competitive cars, and we will have a rolling start actually after warm-up lap and formation lap, and then 12 laps from the flying start. And the clock here shows what does it show? How much time on? 14 and 1 minute, and it means that in 4 minutes the warm-up lap should start for Baltic GT, TCR and BTC 4. This is number 88, Ernesto Globita, the only female driver in this field, but don't make mistake, she's fast. She's Baltic champion from 2 years time, endurance champion, actually 2-time champion even, because she was one of the members of winning GSR racing motorsport team, which took both overall honors and TCR class honors. So she knows how to drive fast in those cars, and of course she's very familiar with this Volkswagen Golf TCR. And then looking at the far end of the grid, there are some interesting starters as well. Number 333, Vitalius Parhomenko. Here you see the Ginetta and Vitalius Parhomenko. Then there is this yellow car is Jyrki Jonkari BMW. Mantas Matukaitis, number 53, BMW should stand alongside him. But this is car number 333. We saw it yesterday in the endurance race several times. Car had electrical glitches and was stopped on the track at least 3 times. But for today, everything is okay, and Vitalius Parhomenko should be quite fast with this car. Of course, Parhomenko, we have seen him usually driving a BMW, so it takes some using, but From this picture we see that one grid spot is empty, and it is the one where Frederick Holm's Renault Megane Trophy should stand. I know that Holm had problems with exhaust system with his car, and he didn't actually set a meaningful time during the qualification, so unfortunately it seems he's not able to start this race on. Perhaps for race 2 we can hope the car will be fixed. We'll see. Now anyway, mechanics are going to leave the track. Grid girls are already running. Or are they posing for the camera? Yes, they are running for camera, of course. So everything ready. Well, what a gorgeous picture. I mean, because of course. Anyway, now signals are given and cars can go to their warm-up lap and formation lap, and then start their 12-lap race from rolling start. Raivo Tamm in Porsche and Vilnis Patraks in Lamborghini from the front row. Raivo Tamm, last year he took the Baltic Championship during the last race of the season quite unexpectedly. There was a huge battle going on between Artur Patraks in that same Lamborghini number 69 and Oliver Tiirma in another Porsche, but they managed to collide. Raivo Tamm, they just was gifted, not gifted, I can't say it, but he took what they left down and went on to win not only the race but also become Baltic champion. So here he is defending his title, and some other beautiful cars behind him. And of course, let's see what Geert Kroesman is in that brand new Audi A3 can do. He was not that much faster than Peter Beck during qualification. The gap between them was less than 0.2 of a second, but Kroesman is time 1:20.6. I'm sure he can go faster if needed. And if he gets used to that car. Of course, he has tested it and has had free practice and qualification behind him, but still, we will see. 12 laps is quite a long race. The lap distance here in Parnu is 3.2 kilometers, so having 12 laps, it's almost 40 kilometers, if you think about it. But of course, it's not a straight road, lots of turns. Actually, there are 15 turns on those 3.2 kilometers. If you look at the track configuration, it's quite difficult to believe that there are 15 turns, but actually some of them are pure geometrically. For example, turn 1 it begins almost immediately after the timing line. Actually, this is turn 1. Then there is a slight kink to the right, which is turn 2, and then after that the sharp left turn, almost hairpin, which is here on the background. This is turn 3, then it merges into turn 4, which is here, and it merges into turn 5, here you see, and then there is a quite short straight, and then the complex of turns 6, 7, 8 and 9 begins, and it leads onto the back straight, which is where the most important part of the track, as when you get good exit from the complex, you get a good speed for long straight, so you can make a good lap time. But if you make a mistake out of complex, then your lap time is spoiled for sure. So cars are now on the second lap after safety car, it's called formation lap. So when a safety car will pull over after this lap, then the race will be started. Grid is not formed yet. Vilnis Patraks must be alongside, more or less alongside of Raivo Tamm. Now this is happening. And once more, we will have a rolling start. So everything seems to be ready. And Janis Hans starting from the last position, P15, which actually becomes P14 because Frederick Holm is not here. He's driving the car of Ramonas Čapkauskas BMW 325. And seems that, yeah, grid is almost ready. Safety car is pulling into pits, and now Raivo Tamm in Porsche number 45 is leading the field. Wow, what a good shot here we have.
Perfect view of the track and the start grid. So, hopefully we're ready to race. And here we go,
Yes.
that's the start of the race one. Raivo Tamm, good reaction time.
Yeah, he's in. Oh, look!
and he
He spins on his own without any outside help.
So a lot of overbraking there. Hopefully he gets to run the car back again and join the race. So that's good news for Vilnis Batrax taking the
Batrax
lead.
just was gifted. Oh, and there is more drama, and there are two
TCR class.
And Ernesto Globite is there, and this is Kęstutis Stastionis also. So two Lithuanian drivers. And this number
Knocker
9
Racing
one
team.
car is really unlucky. Yesterday they retired from 6-hour race.
Yeah.
Now collision on the first lap. Wow.
So let's
Can
see,
it get worse?
Ravicius is now in the second position, just behind Vilnis Batrax.
And
The
it
two
means-
Lambos in the front.
And you see, Peter Beek is leading TCR class. It means that Kits Kruzman has made a really terrible start.
Yeah, well, something definitely went wrong there. We
And
see Ernst Globite jumping off the car.
Beek is already flashing his lights to Edwin Athenikis.
So hopefully we see the replay of the start and the turn 2 with Raivo Tamm. Such a bad luck for him.
Yeah, it was really. Maybe there was something not in order with the car, because locking brakes. He was really. Tamm is, at least he is running, and has overtaken Janis Hans.
So yeah, Janis Hans obviously starting with a much slower car than he's used to the Subaru.
But yesterday we saw Janis Hans driving ABC
Yeah, of
car,
course.
which has 75 horsepower.
But good luck for him. He got behind the steering wheel of the now you can say ex-Čapkauskas BMW 325 Cup car. At least he's starting the race, and obviously now we can see that. In our screens, Vilnis Batrax in a comfortable lead, followed by Guto Ravicius and the GTM leader behind them, Edvinas Ainikis in P3 overall. And obviously, as we saw, Peter Beck, the TCR class leader, already flashing his lights behind Ainikis.
But now Beck has a little bit slowed down. No, I wouldn't say slowed down. Ainikis has speed up a little bit, and the gap has grown a little bit. Beck has no more reason to flash his lights, and this is very, very sorry for Ernesto Globite.
But a very good start by Rokas Kvedares from the start. He's now in P2 in the TCR classification, with Jirs Kruzman is in third. Jirs Kruzman has had the pole position, so must have been some really
Was some, I think
action going on.
We didn't see it exactly, but there was perhaps some skirmish between all those top TCR cars. And
could it be that Globite actually stuck in the grass over there? It looked like the car was running, but she couldn't get out of the grass. So
whatever, yeah, some underfloor damage or whatever.
So here we can see. So that is Raivo Tamm.
Raivo Tamm is closing
Porsche.
in to Drew Holland already. Holland is in P7, Tamm currently P8, and it would be interesting to see what lap times Raivo Tamm could set, because until now Vilnis Batrax has been the fastest. 1:17.9 is his fastest lap, but the gap to Egidius Kutaravicius is not that large, only 1.3 seconds. It was one lap ago.
Do we have any information on Fredrik Holm? Why didn't he start the race?
Don't know, but I know that he had problems with car exhaust for several days, so they tried to rebuild the exhaust system.
Because of the restrictions, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, and it caught out several cars yesterday during the endurance race, and perhaps he had the same issue. Actually, he had the issue, and perhaps still has.
That's a shame. That's a shame. So we have 3
So
Baltic
you see,
GT Pro
Gils
class
Kuzman
drivers.
is in this number 21 Audi is catching Rokas Kvedaras, but not that fast. And Raivo Tamm is approaching them very quickly. Of course, they are cars from different classes, and I think Kuzmanis will pose not any. Yeah, of course, not defending his position and
course he has
not should do Kvedaras. Tamm is taking very careful approach, which is of course sensible. But after overtaking Kvedaras, I think he will have a free run. And then we can show what lap times Raivo Tamm can set. 1:17.6, so he has been only 1/10 slower than Patrax, despite overtaking other cars. That's a good sign.
Meanwhile, Batrax is showing some really good pace out there with his Lambo Huracan, as we already spoke
and
earlier.
Gils Kuzmanis managed to take P2 in TCRs, overtaking Rokas Kvedaras.
That's a good move by the Latvian circuit racing legend. And the beautiful LV Racing Audi TCR car.
And
So-
this is Raivo Tamm, who I think after turn 1, 2, 3 he felt as the most unlucky driver in this race, but it changed in few seconds. So now I must think he will think, oh, I'm lucky. I was not there in turn 4.
I think that Raivo Tamm also is lucky because he managed to save the car and get back out there again. So it could have been another case scenario if he wouldn't be able to stop the car in time before hitting the barriers.
So, and Raivo Tamm now has set the fastest. How many cars did they overtake during last lap?
Oof.
2 at least, or
At
maybe
least
3 even.
3, yeah.
And still set the fastest lap, 1:17.3, and for sure he's now highly motivated.
It's interesting in the graphics we don't see Kuzmanis at the moment. He is in front of Kvedaras in B2 in TCR class, so we're missing him in the graphics.
Actually, that is the wrong name. That is Hans. Hans should be 211. Actually, there are 2 cars who is number 21. I guess that's a problem.
That may be the problem. At least we have the right standings here from my lap, so that's good news.
Yep. And
Right.
here you can see Raivo Tamm on the background is closing into his countryman Peter Beek, and of course Peter Beek is driving TCR car, so Tamm will be. There are some car parts on the track.
on the track. It's a
Where
little
is
bit
it?
outside the perfect line, so should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Where is it? It's in the complex, I guess.
I think it's after the turn 2. It's the exit of turn 2.
No, it's
No.
turn 7.
Oh, right. You're
Turn
that.
7, yes, and
You're
yeah,
right.
you see that what we predicted, exactly this happened. Tamm overtook Peek, and now
He's
he's aiming
after
for
Einikis.
Einikis, and it means when he will overtake Einikis, it means that Tamm will be in top 3.
But he doesn't have that much time, so we have 6 laps to go. We see Batrax and Gutaravicius now will be in the
So
last turn.
it's something like 12 seconds to Gutaravicius, and I would say, of course, Tamm knows Gutaravicius very well from their common single-seater times.
Yep.
Tamm has been faster than Gutaravicius. He was faster in single-seaters, he was faster last year, but 12 seconds over 6 laps, I think it's too much, a little bit too much.
So we see Vilnius Batrax now in a comfortable lead. Obviously, very lucky after the
Red yellow striped
incident in-
flag is shown because of this debris, whatever it is. Yeah, it's not on the racing line. You can pass it quite easily if you know it's there.
Yeah, of course. So we have half of the race to go.
And Raivo Tamm is in the next second. Actually, he has been a second faster than Vilnius Batrax and 1.5 seconds faster than Egidijus Gutaravicius over last lap, still overtaking other cars.
So that means he's almost matching his qualification
So
run time.
Raivo Tamm is now flying. He going through turn 10, overtaking Janis Hans,
He's
BMW.
a man on a mission right now, you can say that for sure.
Yeah, that's the best motivation. You don't want to be in that trouble he was in turn 1 and 2 and 3, but now motivation is the highest you can get.
Exactly. So he has a total clear track ahead of him. He has passed all the guys, and now he's after Gutaravicius at least. We'll see how it goes. Now, correct me, Thomas, if I'm wrong, but the start grid for the second race will be according to the best lap times in the first race.
Yes,
so
as
this
far as I
means
know.
that Raivo Tom actually has a chance to start from pole position again.
Yeah, I think not only chance, but as things are standing currently, he holds this position.
So that's good
And
job
here
by
he
him.
goes. He was a little bit... No, he wasn't a little bit slower. He was a little bit faster. Now, again, 1 lap per second faster than... Let's see. 1 second faster than Batrax
And 2 seconds
two
faster
seconds
than
faster than
Gutaravicius.
Gutaravicius. He needs to be 2 seconds faster than
He
Gutaravicius.
is definitely closing in on the Lamborghini Huracan driven by the Lithuanian pilot racing driver Gutaravicius, but we don't have that much laps left, so we'll soon have only 4 laps left till the race 1 is over. And you can see Tom is pushing it really hard.
10.7 seconds is the current gap. Here's Gutaravicius. Can we see Tom in the same picture? No, we can't.
Not
He
yet.
should appear in... Here it is. So it was 10.7. Let's look what it is now. 11.8. He has lost out.
So lost out a little bit on this lap. That's really weird. He probably made some mistake, or the tires are heating up. Who knows? But it's good pace by Vilnius Batrax. I'm really happy to see that he's really consistent out there, really focused. He knows what he's doing. He has his son Artūrs Batrax on the radio the whole time, so supporting his dad, obviously, after a very, very beautiful victory yesterday with Thomas Padavani also in the team in the 6-hour endurance race. What a fantastic
Yeah, that
job
was
it was by the team.
demonstration of their power and their car power.
Did you know that they were on fire at least for 5 times yesterday?
I saw only one.
Yeah, that's the only one we saw. I spoke to Artūrs in the morning, and they said it was such a dramatic race for them. It turns out that the Lambo has sort of a specific place in the back where the exhaust system comes out, and the heat from the exhaust comes through all the fenders. So this is why, while the steam is coming up, they're refueling, and this is why where they caught on fire every single time they were in the pits. So that is just crazy. But they survived. They survived very well, and now we see the car is running perfectly and everything is ready. So
now Raivo Tam has closed in again to Gutaravicius. He's now 10.1 seconds down compared to Batrax, but less than 8 compared to Gutaravicius, but still for 3 laps it's far too much.
yeah, so unfortunately.
If Gutaravicius can keep his car on tarmac, then Tam has no chances for P2.
Of course. But that's racing. That is proper racing here in Baltic Touring Car Championship Round 3 in Parnu Summer Race 2020. And we have the fastest cars out there this weekend with Baltic GT class cars, Lamborghini and Porsche, and also the GT-AM category, which is led by Edvin Einikis right now with his beautiful Audi TTRS. Very beautiful Audi, I have to say.
Peter Beck has managed to keep his pace for the whole race, and that's good to see. That's really good to see.
Yeah, he's keeping up with the pace of Einikis, but obviously Kruzman is also...
So can we have now Gutaravicius and Tam in the same picture? No.
So we have them over there. But the question now is, we can see that the Rokas Kveras is not letting go Dirts Kruzman. So
that's also
they're
surprise,
really
I would
close
say.
to each other. So that's really nice. You in the TCR
but the
category.
cars should be very equal.
Yeah.
So it's difficult if you are not much better driver. I mean, much better, not simply better, but much better driver than your rival. Then it's impossible to drive away from him.
So it's also good to see that Drew Holland has survived in P2 against Mantas Matukaitis. So the Holland family are doing a good job this weekend as well, also during the 6-hour race yesterday, and continuing with a beautiful Ginetta out there. Such a unique car and such a rare opportunity opportunity to see them here in the Baltic States.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
England
fantastic.
is full of them, but here, yeah, they are very rare.
We can see poor Ernesta Globide.
I just wanted to mention that she used to drive Ginetta also for a
I
few
remember
years
the
ago.
times,
Yeah.
exactly. And she's really... and there's a mistake by car number 47. It's
Jyrki
Jyrki Jonkari.
has made a spin into
that
turn
did
12.
not probably cost him
He was quite
a
down
position.
the
In
position,
the BGT
yeah.
4 class, he was in the second position. So
Here
there's also
Kutaravicius.
only 2 BGT 4 cars.
So final
entering.
lap has begun, and now Kutaravicius and Tam are on the same straight in the same picture, but it's too late to
You know what's even crazier? Rival Tam has set a faster time than he actually set on the qualification run.
Yeah,
so it's 1:16.163, which is
1/10 faster.
1/10 faster than
No,
on the qualification.
that's called motivation.
Yeah, that's called pure racing. So all right, we are.
Anyway, this final lap is underway, and Vilnis Patraks as a leader has less than half a lap to go. Still, he's overtaking Mantas Matukaitis.
And the next one in front
Closing
of him
to
is Drew Holland.
I think he's not going to catch Holland. Maybe Belgium at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vilnis Patraks will take another victory from here. He is, of course, the championship leader as well. And now he's on the final time onto the main straight. And here this green Lamborghini goes. Checkered flag is out, and Vilnis Patraks takes the victory. Egidius Kutaravicius in this orange Lamborghini is second, and Raivo Tam in that white and violet Porsche will be third, but Tam set the best lap of 1:16.1, and it means that he will be the poleman for the second race as well. Hopefully he is not going to lock his brakes and run out of the track that time. And this is Jyrki Jonkari and everybody after him. So TCR victory is going to go to Peter Beck, who is now on the main straight. Checkered flag is in front of him. Meanwhile, Edwin Asenikis is taking BGT AM victory. Peter Beck is the best in TCRs, and here Girts Kruzman is just beating Rokas Kviadaras for second in TCRs. So that was it. Not very many events, but the start was really eventful with some cars retiring. Whatever happened there, we didn't see exactly on TV, but there was a collision between several cars, and Ernesta Globide in number 88 Volkswagen Golf TCR came worst out of it, and number 911 Kestutis Stasionis also was forced to retire. And here are the final results for BaTCC, Baltic GT and TCR Race 1. Now, those are the two sprint races for the first part of the day. Next in our schedule is a little bit longer race, namely Nankang Endurance Academy 2-hour race, which will start it at 14:55. It is in about 28 minutes, and now we see Oskars is already at Parc Fermé and ready to go.
End of race 1 for the Baltic touring cars, and what a fantastic battle it has been. And we have all the top 3 drivers now lined up after the finish in the Parc Fermé. You can see Raivo Tam, a huge mistake by him on the first couple of turns. That's Kutaravicius in second position, and this is Vilnis Patraks, the Flash Racing team driver, taking P1 on the finish line. A very comfortable lead by him, and we'll have a chat with Vilnis now in Latvia. I'll tell you later on all the action and all the news from him. Ko Vilnis var apsveikt tevi ar fantastisku uzvaru. Raivo Tama kļūda pirmajos līkumos, un tu neatstāji nekāds izredzes pārējiem.
Vajag labi gāja, teiksim, žēl, ka kļūdījās, bet tas bija man pa labu. Nevajadzēja liekt cīnīties, tā kā braucām, normālā tempā, tā kā viss normāli.
Skatoties uz apļu laikiem, super stabils brauciens. Vakardienas 6 stundas tev ir devušas kaut ko?
Treniņš.
Nu, kolosāli, priekšā vēl otrais brauciens. Nu, tur gan jāsaka, Raivo Tams atkal būs no pole position, jums
Neko
tur būs
darīt.
atkal cīņas jāizcīna.
Nekas cīnīsimies.
Labi, turies, paldies tev. So, Vilnius said it's a fantastic opportunity for him at the start of the race, taking the lead after, obviously, he's not happy that Rival Time had this mistake, but that's racing, what can you do? So, and also ask him on the second race, he's going to be not be from the pole position because Rival Time set the fastest time there, so he's going to be from pole position. He said, well, that's just the way it is. We just have to fight again, so it's going to be copy-paste probably on the race 2. We'll see all the action there. Let's see all the rest of the field are there. Let's have a look. It's Jānis Hans over here. A huge disaster for Jānis Hans with the engine failure, Jāni. Nu īstās Subāriņš sagura pēc treniņiem un kvalifikācijas. Un kā tev bembīti gāja šodien?
Kvalifikācijā Subārs pievīla. Mazliet bija jocīgi skatīties visiem no aizmuguras. Es varu teikt tikai paldies Valdim Čikustam par to, ka pātro palīdzību par BMW. Šodien svarīgi kopvērtējumi punkti. Superīgs auto. Superīgs. Iesaku visiem izmēģināt. Vajag uz grīda dabūt 20 BMWs vismaz.
Yes, super, vecī, dod virsū. So Jānis said, yeah, it's huge thanks to the Kickust, the LV Racing guy, for lending the car to him, actually, after a huge failure of his Subaru engine. And now he said, it's a fantastic car. It's a fantastic car, even though after the Subaru it's less speed, it's slower and it's not as action. But it said everyone should try it. Everyone should try a BMW 325 Cup, and I am really agreeing on this. So that's totally good job. So let's have a look. We have a TCR classification cars now in the box number 4. They have to weight the cars. They have to make sure all of the equipment and the weight of the car is in the exact weight as following the book. So that is all the action from race 1 for the BTC cars. We gonna now head on to the Nagang Endurance 2-hour endurance race, and that's gonna be some action to see. There's also some drama with some of the teams and some of the engines failing. I'll explain you all that in a bit. Stay tuned.